So Tom, the penultimate weekend, a big weekend. Assess the situation from your point of view.
An important weekend, probably one of the most important weekends of the year. We always get into this stage of the season and it always gets to the nitty-gritty stage. I actually really enjoy it. I quite like the added pressure that comes with it, the added bit of work that goes to making sure everything's as good as it can be in the week and turning up here and seeing where everyone is. I really enjoy it. But you're absolutely right, a really, really important weekend of the year. There's five of us that are all really close in the championship. So qualifying today or this afternoon is going to be really important. That could really sort of set a bit of a precedent now for the last 2 weekends of the year. So let's wait and see how it turns out. It's a circuit I enjoy. It's one of my favourites.
It's got so many happy memories, this place, I'm sure.
It's always been a circuit that I look forward to coming to, and I think half of the battle is finding a circuit that you enjoy. And people will say it's only 4 corners, it's an easy circuit, but I enjoy the fact that it's so tight in terms of the lap times that you've got to make sure everything's as good as it can possibly be. So, yeah, very important weekend, but one that I'm looking forward to.
Is there a change in the mindset when you come to a weekend like this? Is the suggestion, we must go for an extra bit of caution, we must survive with points and so on and so forth?
I think it depends based on your championship position. Maybe for Colin will be typically Colin in terms of trying to preserve what he's got and maybe not take too many risks. And it's up to the chasing pack to maybe look to take a few more risks, because ultimately we have to beat Colin to try and take some points off him. So you just assess each situation as it comes. Obviously, this is the part of the day, or for going into qualifying is the part of the day that the drivers can enjoy, because it's maximum attack. You're trying to find every little bit out of the car. When we go into racing on Sunday, maybe the goalposts change slightly, but as I say, let's wait and see how today plays out.
And then there's the concern about things outside your control. It was a weird weekend at Thruxton. FP1, you had the best car ever underneath you, and then that all sort of disappeared.
Yeah, the wind must have changed and it disappeared. I don't know what happened. We've gone through Thruxton obviously to try and learn, as all the teams will do. Try to learn how do we make the car better, and there's a number of things that maybe we should have done, but hindsight's a wonderful thing, as we all know. So we got through Thruxton, that was the important thing. We came away there or thereabouts. We've had a couple of weeks to prepare for Silverstone, and I feel in good shape. I think all the teams relaxed. I feel relaxed. I feel good to go. The car's we've had loads of work onto the car, so it's an important weekend that we've got to maximise. But we look back at Thruxton, maybe going, we could maybe have got a few more points. But I'm always a firm believer. You control the controllables. We can't change what's happened, so let's just focus moving forwards.
Have you got a target in mind to arrive at Brands Hatch within what sort of range, or even leading the championship yourself, ideally? But have you got a target by which you would judge this weekend?
Still in contention, ultimately, but that sounds a little defeatist, being honest. I think I would like to go into the final leading it. Of course I would. Have the pressure on me. I've never yet done it. I've never gone into the championship finale in a first place position. So that would be what I'd like to do. So yeah, I would like to go into the last round of the season in contention, obviously, but I'd like to go in leading the way if I can.
Yeah. I deliberately trying to avoid using the expression perennial contender, but I've just used it again. But that just sort of adds to the experience and maybe the strength of your challenge.
This year has been tough. This year's been really, really tough, because there's been a lot of drivers who have been very, very fast. And I think we have seen, I think I said it right back at the start of the year, it's going to be a consistency game this year. We've got to make sure that it's right at the sharp end every weekend. And that's where I say qualifying is important. To give us the chance of a pointsy day, we need to make sure we've got a good qualifying to give us the baseline to go forwards. But yeah, it's been a tough season because it's been so close. It's going to be no different this weekend, and it'll be no different come Brands Hatch finale weekend. So let's get through this with some good points and see where we end up.
Well, you love this place, you might love it even more by the end of the weekend. All the best.
I do hope so. Thank you, Steve.